Hi, welcome to Alita's Designs and Fresh Folds. Today I want to show you my Shades of Autumn corner fold set. It's on my Fresh Folds pattern blog if you want to pop over and have a look. I just want to show you this because it's really easy to convert this to, like this pumpkin card, into a Halloween card. You could do the same here with the crow. You could put a little witch's hat on him or something like that. Even put little eyes like this on the acorns. You could use this pattern here up the other way as a little ghost and put some eyes on that as well. Just leave the stalk off that pattern. So there's other ways you can use this pattern, not just I don't know, not just for autumn. Just get your mind thinking how you could use this differently and for two different occasions. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you today how to do this pumpkin. I'll just move all this stuff. Now, what I've done, this is a half an A4, okay, which ends up being an A5 type card, and I've put this pattern on a light source and I've traced it out, okay? Traced that out and I've cut that out with a craft knife, okay? And then I've flipped it over to the front and I've stamped my Barracoon motif stamp on the front, and I've inked around the edge of my pumpkin here with soft suede. Okay, so all the front then is ready to go. It just makes it easier to do all your stamping and that before you add layers to your card, otherwise it does get quite bulky underneath. Okay, like all my other patterns, you just lightly tape that down and then you can start folding. And I'm just going to show you how easy these patterns are. Now I've already pre-folded my shape here. I'll just undo one side and show you what I've done. Okay, I've just laid my paper down and then I start to follow all my folds. Where am I up to? Got to see, there it is. Okay, so I lay that down and I start to follow the lines here that I've marked and I fold them. Okay, then I do the same to the other side. I'm going to fold up all those lines, and don't be scared to cut off any little bulky pieces of paper that you might find that get in the way. Okay, and then I'm going to tape that down. Now, some of the folds are a floating fold, which means they just jiggle around until you connect other things to it. So you need to get some double-sided tape. I've just got some snail here, and put on the back of that, and that will stop it flapping around on the front when you're finished. Alright, so follow the numbers. That was number 1. Number 2, there's your line for number 2. Oops. So we're just going to stick number 2 down, and my sticky tape dispenser has disappeared. Mr. Nobody's taken it again, and I'm just going to use my teeth method to get my tape off today. I can't find it anywhere. Alright, put on number 3. Okay, there's the line for number 3 there. Just make sure you cover everything up and don't get any tape on the pattern because that will show after. Okay, so number 3's on, and number 4's the stalk, which we're just going to cover up like that. And that's done. Okay, you can use your bone folder too, just to push down some of those folds when the designer paper gets a little bit thick. Alright, and then carefully take that off like this. Don't throw away your pumpkin because that can you can use that on another card. Just emboss it and put some sponging over it. Okay, and flip that over and you have your pumpkin. Make sure you use designer paper that's the pattern is small, because if it's not, you'll actually lose the effect of it. Alright, I'll just move this pattern out of the way. Now, just one more thing before I move it. All these dots on the pattern in my Scrappers edition, they represent pricked holes. Okay, so bring a pad in and your pricking tool. Okay, and just using those dots on the pattern as a guide. Okay, I want you to prick all the holes in that, and this is going to give you a fake stitched look. Okay, like that. Oops. And then grab a fine marker, and then just like dot to dots, just going to join them up like that. Okay, so you can see my finished fake stitching here. Doesn't need to be perfect because that's the look I want on this country sort of style pattern. Alright, so once you've got that, you need to finish all the elements that you want on the front of your card. So I've just done one of my fake knots here. I showed you in, I think it was the Strawberry Goodness video, how to do that. I'm just going to attach that on. Okay, and I've just got a little message here that says thanks, because I don't want to use this one as a Halloween card. So I'm just going to leave that like that. And then to finish my card off, I want to hide all this stuff inside where you've been working. Look, there's two ways to doing this. You can do it on the card fold itself, or you can do it on a card front and then stick it on, and which will hide all this the workings of your card here. But look, if you do it on your card straight up like that, that's easy to hide too. Just run some snail along. I've just picked a saffron colour, and this is very vanilla, and I'm just going to stick that on there to hide all those bits and pieces. Okay, so and that would be your card finished. That's if you're just going to use it as an autumn card. Alright, now if you want to add the little pumpkin eyes here and that for Halloween, I'll show you how I've done that. I've just grabbed my large oval, and I've double punched, which means you punch once and then you punch again. It's going to give me the little smile. And then I took my spiral punch here and thread your smile in, but only pick up, you don't want the little long section here, you only want the little squares, okay? So you only want to pick up that on your smile, but don't get any card in this section because it will cut the smile. So I'm going to cut out two little teeth like that, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to cut out one more on that side. Okay, so that then you would stick that down there like that, and to get the eyes and the nose, I've just used the 5-petal flower punch, and I've just cut out 3 sections here of the petal. Okay, like that, and then I'll glue them on like that. Alright, so that's how I got my little pumpkin card like that. Okay, so there's 2 different ways then that you can use that card. So have a look at those patterns. There are different ways that you can use them. Thanks for watching. Bye.